Hi students, this is Mrs. Mitchell, for those of you who don't know me. I just wanted to make sure that we're on the same page for what you're supposed to do today for IXL E.5. So it's called Find All the Factor Pairs of a Number. And I'm going to do a couple of examples with you, show you a couple of strategies, and then you'll get to try it for yourself. So the question is, find all the factor pairs for 14 and complete the equations. So first we have to know what factor pairs are. Obviously it wants me to fill in the blanks right here, okay? So 1 times something equals 14. Remember, the dot means times. In 6th grade we use the dot for times. So 1 times something equals 14. So I know that 1 times 14 equals 14, okay? So since 1 and 14 get multiplied together to equal 14, they are a factor pair. The factor 1 and the factor 14 go together to make 14. So those are a factor pair. And then I know 2 times 7 is 14. So then I can submit. Woohoo, I was right. Okay. So the next one, 25. 1 times something equals 25, and something times 5 equals 25. I know that 1 times 25 equals 25. So down here, if you don't know, some of you understand the concept, like you get it, you get that you're supposed to fill in a number right there. Okay, something times 5 equals 25. But if you don't know your multiplication facts, if you don't know your times tables, then you might not know what goes there. You're like, I understand what I'm supposed to put there, but I don't know 5 times what equals 25. I don't know what that other number is. So that's when you would use a multiplication chart, which I'm going to show you. This is posted for my students on Google Classroom. If your teacher hasn't posted this, you can just Google it. Just Google multiplication table 20 by 20, and this will come up. You can get an even bigger one that includes more numbers. If you do multiplication table 25 by 25, you could do something like that to get a bigger one. So anyway, I want to know 5 times what equals 25. So I can look at the 5 column here and just go down until I find 25. Oh, there it is. So then I go over to whatever row this is in, and I see that it's also in row 5. So that means 5 times 5 is 25. So what times 5 is 25? We just saw that 5 times 5 is 25. So you can use your multiplication chart if you're not sure. There's another way that you can figure that out as well that we're going to talk about right now. Oh, 76. Wow. So I don't know my multiplication facts for 76. So, and I don't know that my multiplication chart goes up that high either. So this is a good example. So something times 76 equals 76. Well, I know that that's 1 because 1 times any number equals the other number. And I know 2 times something is 76 because it's even. So I know it would be divisible by 2. But if I go over to my times table doesn't go that high. So now what am I supposed to do? Well, later in the year, we're going to learn a lot more about this, but it's called using inverse operations. Inverse operations means it's sometimes we call it the opposite operation. It's not really the opposite operation, but it's the operation that is related. So the operation that's related to multiplication very closely would be division. Okay, so I mean, you could argue that addition is also related to multiplication because multiplication is repeated addition. But so the opposite of multiplication is division. So I can do 76 divided by 2 to get what goes in my blank there. So I can use a calculator for this, or if you know how to divide using the algorithm, you can do that. So I'm actually going on my phone and I'm putting in 76 divided by 2. And I got 38. So that means 2 times 38 is 76. And something times 19 equals 76. Well, I don't know that either. So then I would divide 76 divided by 19. 76 divided by 19. Again, I'm using my calculator for this. And I got 4. 4. So I know 4 times 19 is 76. So those are 2 ways that you can figure out what numbers go here if you're not sure what goes there. Use your times table or use the inverse operation, which in this case, since we're talking about multiplication, the inverse would be division. Let's see if we're right. All right. Hopefully those examples helped you out. Do your best with this and let your teachers know if you need help.